It's officially spring, and that means it's time for more green outside and more clean inside. Spring may spur you to make your home sparkle, but dentist Steve Marsh has a different way to sink your teeth into clearing away clutter. He's here with pointers on how to polish your pearly whites. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Thanks for that introduction.
Anytime. So, while there are things we can do at home to keep our home and teeth tidy, every now and then we need a professional to come in and clean up, right?
Right. You know, one of the things that happens is you can do just so much at home. In the same way you might bring your car in when you have the winter salt in Cleveland and you need to take it off. Same way a professional, a dental hygienist, can actually take off some of the deposits, whether they're stains or hard deposits like tartar. They have a number of instruments very different than we have at home. In my own office, this is an ultrasonic scaler, and it's usually connected to a cord, and it will actually move away that tartar. It'll actually sort of just bump it right off the tooth. It keeps the teeth cleaner. And tartar is actually a mineral deposit that's in the saliva.
You can't do that yourself at home?
Well, you can try with a toothpick or something, but it's really unsuccessful.
All right. We were talking about stains. Now, tartar, what's that?
Well, tartar is that hard deposit.
Okay,
that's what we use it for.
Talking about?
But people who drink red wine can get stained coffee and that sort of thing. The hygienist has a polisher that'll take that off. This is a patient who came in to us, and actually we have those pictures reversed, Armand. But that's somebody who has stain, you can see on the right. And again, that can be from coffee, it can be from cigarettes, red wine.
I was going to say, it looks like you made them darker.
Well, that's because they were loaded up incorrectly. But and we talked about tartar. Now on the left, this is very definitely correct. You can see the tartar that's that deposit. Again, it's a mineral in your saliva that keeps coming out all the time your saliva flows. And you can see after Amy in our office has cleaned those teeth, it almost looks like they've separated. But in fact, all it was she's removed some of that tartar. And that can be a problem. So you can see how much more you can do in a dental office.
How many times a year should somebody come in for a professional work as opposed to just
we usually
themselves?
say 2 to 3 times a year. It's even more important the less teeth you have, the older you are, because you want to maintain that which you still have.
All right, so you showed us one instrument. What other things are available?
Well, let's talk about things at home. One is the ultrasonic toothbrush. Makes that noise, but the best part is it cleans debris off very well. It's especially good for people who are older, who may have arthritis, who may have trouble moving a toothbrush around in the mouth. This will do it for them.
Great.
Another thing, we have this little floss threader. Now, floss is sometimes hard to do as one matures with arthritis, that sort of thing. These can go between the teeth, and it'll actually take away any debris.
Okay.
What also happens, Armand, as we mature is our teeth start to separate, and that's where a proxy brush, this is a brush that can go in between the teeth where there's separation. You can actually see it go in.
Almost looks like a toothpick with a brush at the end.
Absolutely, it does a very good job.
And why are dentists so focused on flossing?
Well, because it's the only way you can get the food out between teeth. Now, here's a patient, Armand, that has had a lot of stain. You can see that on the left. On the right, if you focus on the lower teeth, again, that's after the tartar's been removed, we've polished them. Now, the patient also wanted some white teeth in the top, and so we did porcelain veneers there. Those are very beautiful, whiter veneers, and our hygienist polishes it with a very special polish to get away all that stain.
Great.
Here's another patient that cleaned her teeth very well, but over the years they had darkened. You can see they had been worn. And she said, Steve, what can we do? I'm also getting more food packed in. So again, we did 10 porcelain veneers. We did some crowns. We closed the space. So as a dentist, we were able to close the space. Less debris got in. And now she comes in 3 times a year to get her teeth clean, polished. Again, we use a special polish.
It's beautiful what you can do. And when you put the pictures up right, it really shows it up well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Follow Steve's advice and you'll spring into spring with a sparkling smile. My thanks to Steve Marsh for springing this information on us today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, how to be healthy from the top of your hairdo to the tips of your painted toes.